Okay, what you have to do is you got to make sure that, see that button right there, you got to make sure it's pushed in. You got to push it against the board. And whoops. I hope you guys are okay after that. So today is another lovely day. It's bright, sunshiny, no wind. Perfect day to work in the garden. And so today we are getting ready to finish getting the fence up across the top. Basically fix the areas where it's come down. So that way the chickens and the turkeys won't escape. Last weekend we came up with a really awesome idea on how to hold up the fence, and it's to use one of these little garden posts. You can see right here there's a little hole, and what we were going to do is basically put it on the fence like that and put a screw right through the hole. Actually, it'd be the other way around. Okay, actually put it on the fence like that and put a screw through it. And then that way we could actually hook the fence up to these little hooks right there to hold it up. And what I really wanted to do was go get enough of those posts to go all the way around the garden. That way we could take down the other posts like these. And like this one here, it's broke. And then, you know, those posts over there. And that way our fence would have a more neat, even, you know, look to it. But then when I went to price those posts, they were $3 each, and we figured we needed about 20 of them. So that was like $60. And so I figured, well, I think I'll just stick with our not so neat looking fence. So instead we got some of those stakes right there.
Pretty cheap, less than $1 a stake.
Yep. And they're not quite tall enough, that's the only problem. And ever so often, wherever we will need it, we'll probably put those green posts that I just showed you up, and that way they can kind of help hold up the fence a little bit better too. I decided to run the sprinkler just a little bit in the garden to kind of add a little moisture because it is so dry right now. We're having some issues with our staple gun, and so we are trying to round up some different staples for it. So we're going to take a brief intermission, and while we do that, I'll let you watch the chickens and turkeys in the garden. Never fails, I'm always jamming up the darn staple gun. And Dylan's so patient because he always just patiently unjams it for me. I'm getting tired of unjamming it.
Oh, lovely. But I'm not complaining.
Well, actually, you're helping me. Okay, thank you. We'll try this again. Okay. It worked. Now it's time for one of those green posts.
that'll work. It's holding it.
Yep. Looks good. As long as it holds it up, that's all that counts.
What are you doing?
That's really an awesome idea to staple it on the top like that. I like that.
You do?
Yeah.
Good. And then I like the idea of a few extra just to help
Yeah.
secure it.
Oh, I missed.
Just don't miss the piece of wood.
Yeah. I'll try. Dang it, I jammed it up again. Oh! Got me a wet hug. Well, I have to say it's looking good. We got all this back end done now. Dylan is now installing another post on the edge by the gate. It's a little difficult because we already have a post there, isn't it?
That's pretty creative.
You need to hold it?
Um,
Or you got it?
I think. You know, I might have you hold it.
Okay. Looks good. So what are you doing there?
I'm trying to cut these like little spots off to make it a stick for the teeth the turkeys off.
All right. We can't ever have too many of those turkey chasing sticks around here, can we?
Nope.
Right there is a spot where the chickens can get out. So I'm going to take this wire right here and I'm going to staple it up there. I missed. Missed again. Oh.
Can I try?
Missed again. Good grief.
Can I try?
Just a second. I'm bound and determined I'm going to get a staple over the wire right there. Oh, I got it.
Can I try?
Yeah, just a second. You gotta...
Like, it's this part that you have to line up.
Right. Let me see here.
Like that?
Just a minute. Okay, what you have to do is you gotta make sure that... See that button right there? You gotta make sure it's pushed in. You gotta push it against the board. And whoops. I hope you guys are okay after that.
What? You know, I was actually moving that thing.
Okay, and then what you do is you just line it up. You have to get it right by that button, and so it gets over the wire right there. You see, like that?
Yeah.
Then you just have to push it clear in really hard to the fence and pull the trigger.
Okay. So, like that?
Yeah, pull the trigger. There, you did it! Yay!
It made me jump when I did it.
It's a little scary to operate, isn't it? Super powerful stapler.
I peeled all this off of it.
Oh, how nice. So I have a nice smooth handle. I like that.
And
That'll be comfy to grab onto when I need to get them turkeys away from me.
I want to, it's just one straight stick. and I peeled it off so it looks like that.
Oh, all right. Well, can I try it out and see how it works?
Okay.
Okay, let me see. Wow.
It's cold.
Wow, that is nice. Now I need to go find the turkeys and see how it works.
They're over there.
Oh, they're out in the field right now. Listen here, you turkeys. I got me a new improved tree branch and I'm not afraid to use it. So we got the last hole patched. So we are done for today. We had the gates open and all of the chickens escaped, so they are probably going to go up to the coop over there tonight. So tomorrow morning I will bring them back out here with soaked grain and put this fence to the test and see if they stay in or not. And then if they do stay in, then we will start slowly bringing the barn chickens over here. I think it'll make it so much easier to have all the chickens in one coop, especially that little one over there, because it'll be easier to clean. I plan on using hay bedding, and then as we need to change it, we're just going to scoop it out here into the garden, maybe make a small compost pile with it or something like that, and just kind of spread it out and use it in the garden throughout the whole year. So be a whole lot easier than cleaning those coops in the barn, because that's what we've been running into, is those are hard to clean and they take a long time, and then we don't clean them in a timely manner, and the barn's kind of just a mess and it really needs to be cleaned. So we're going to get them chickens out of there, and then we're going to clean up the barn, and hopefully this setup will make it a lot easier. I also wanted to add that once summertime hits and we don't want the chickens in the garden, we're still planning on keeping them in this same coop, but the tentative plan for now is to maybe make a small chicken door somewhere right in here. That way during the summer we can open that door and we can let them out and they can free range, and then we'll keep the coop door shut that leads to the garden through the summer, and that way they can use this same coop all year long.